Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to our podcast, The Tryhards. Weekly, you can hear us talk about different aspects of entrepreneurship, business ownership, and what it's like doing it so young. We're your hosts, Maddie Thompson.
And I'm Bella Rookley. Thank you so much for joining us. Today we're beginning a new series called Let's Talk to You. In this series, you will hear Maddie and I interviewing 10 entrepreneurs or otherwise self-employed individuals about their brand, their business, and their life. Today, we have a very special guest, our real-life friend Basit Khan, who is launching a new clothing brand, Baraan Clothing.
So why don't you start off by introducing yourself to our listeners?
Hello everyone, my name is Basit and I'm from Pakistan. I recently moved to Canada about 2 years ago from Dubai for studies. I am an artist, I love fashion, I model, I used to have TikTok clout, and I am about to start my own clothing brand.
What are your plans for the future with your clothing brand? Can you tell us more about that?
My plans for the future of my brand is basically just to be able to bring Pakistani culture and tradition into the Western society and just being able to combine different aspects of my culture into the Western society and just creating something unique and authentic for everyone to enjoy.
So, Basit, while we were talking before we started recording, you were saying that your production is going to be done solely in Pakistan. Are you concerned about ethical production of your products?
Yes, obviously, you have to be concerned about the ethics. I have taken care of that for sure. Personally, I can be in Pakistan just to monitor everything because I am all the way in Canada. So I've told my dad, who's going to be helping me with my brand, and he's going to go overseas to Pakistan and see how the workers are working. The employees are getting paid properly and they're living healthily and they're not having any issues. So yeah, I've taken care of that, and I've told my dad to make sure that everything goes well and everyone is happy.
Who were the key people who supported you in your startup?
I would say my parents for sure. Once I came up with the idea of me starting a clothing brand, I told my mom. My mom was really supportive and she was really excited for me too. She was like, yeah, you should do this. You should do what you love. And I told my dad the same thing. My dad was really helpful and supportive, and they both were like, yes, we'll help you any way you want, just do what you love. It was really nice of him, and I really appreciate that, and I want to be able to make them proud. So, and obviously my brother actually helped me a lot too with this. He was really supportive too. In general, all my friends, whoever I told, and my family members, they all were really supportive of this, and they were really excited for me.
So let's talk about design. I know that you had said that you wanted to incorporate a sort of bicultural function between Western and Pakistani style. So can you tell us more about what we should be expecting from your clothing brand?
My inspiration for the design is basically just vintage Pakistani style mixed with a little bit of a modern touch, added with a little bit of street style. So that is what my design is going to be, or that's what my brand is going to be, with a little bit of street style added mixed with Pakistani culture. And my first design is just basic truck art mixed with a little bit of modern touch, obviously. I did the design a few months ago and it actually turned out pretty good, and I'm really excited to share that with you guys.
That's awesome. So how do you think that your background in painting has helped you in the design process for your clothing brand?
My background in art and painting did really help me with my design progress because I was able to create something on a blank piece of paper with just a pencil, which is really amazing. You know, as an artist, that you can create something just out of nothing. You create something really beautiful. My background did really help me a lot in this progress, and in the future, it's going to be helping me for sure.
So what does the name Baraan Clothing mean? And where did it come from? What inspired you to give that the name to your brand?
It actually took me a while to come up with the name Baraan. I had to go through a series of words before I came up with the name Baraan. The name Baraan actually means raindrop in Urdu, or rain in Pashto. So it's a very unique word in my language. I had to go through various of words to come up with it. I wanted a word which meant something, you know, not any kind of word. So I had to go through a bunch of series of words, and in the end I came up with Baraan, which means raindrop, which can also mean drip.
I love that. That is so cool. So do you think your modeling for other brands such as mine has helped you in the development of your brand?
Yes, for sure. Working with Maddie was a really good experience. Modeling for her brand, especially, was really good experience. I learned a lot of different things, and that really did influence my brand in a way too. Maddie taught me a lot about brand startup, how it works, what things go into it, what you should do, what you need to do. So I'm really thankful to her for like telling me all this stuff, and I really appreciate that.
So can you give us some insight into what sets your brand apart from other brands?
What separates my brand from other brands is basically the culture, the tradition I'm going to be bringing into it, the art of Pakistan, and just mixing that with the Western society and like the street fashion that is, and just being able to create something really unique and authentic. And the other thing is that I'm going to be also bringing Pakistani materials, Pakistani cloths, and the Pakistani leather is also well known around the world. It's one of the best leathers out there too. So just using Pakistani material is also to create something really unique and beautiful. That, I guess, what separates my brand from other brands.
I feel like your clothing brand is really integrating Western and Pakistani culture in the sense that you're using designs that represent your Pakistani heritage and placing them on products that follow the mainstream Western fashion items. With this bicultural inclusion, who is your target market going to be?
That's a really good question. Thank you for that, Bella. I'm not really gonna be targeting any specific kind of market. My brand is gonna be for all people, all genders, all ages. Doesn't matter who or where they're from. It's just to bring the culture closer to people who are far from home, so that is also great, and I think it's going to be lovely.
Okay, and where do you plan on selling your products?
You'll be able to find Baraan website online at baraanclothing.com, and as well as I have an Instagram page for it, Baraan Clothing. You guys can follow it. But as for now, there's nothing really much on the website as well as the Instagram page. But you guys can follow me on Instagram, and I will keep you guys updated once I'm gonna start my campaign, which is gonna be hopefully by the end of April. Or by mid-May, I'm hoping. But you guys can follow me on Instagram. My page is at BASXT_. I would like to thank Maddie and Bella for having me on their podcast. It was really amazing talking to you guys. And I'm really excited to share my brand and my art with you guys as soon as it gets out. So thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you so much for joining us today, Basit, and thank you so much everyone else for listening. Stay tuned for next time when we will be interviewing another friend of mine named Ben Morales.
Check our cute asses out on Insta at the Tryhards Podcast. That's all for now. Stay tuned for next time.